welcome bitches, one and all, to my reaction to Season 3, Episode 15 of The Vampire Diaries, All My Children. So last time we had some interesting developments between the Salvatore brothers and Elena. It's kind of foggy where they all are right now in terms of their relationship with one another, but I'm very interested to see where it goes from here because I don't know where anyone really stands right now. Now, the main focus of last episode was that Esther was planning to link her children together, with the end result being killing them all. Now, we know that the first part of the plan has already gone through. She has managed to link them. Whether she'll be able to kill them is another question, because current plan is, I don't know the full extent of the plan, but she plans to kill one of them, and then because of the linking spell, it will have a domino effect on the rest. So she must have some way to kill an original fully right now. I would assume it's related to magic. Maybe you can like undo the original spell and stake one of them, or would you even need to stake one of them? Because I feel like if she has the power to undo the original spell, it will just make the person dead because you have to die to become a vampire. So I would think that that is the extent of it. However, like I said last time, I know that there is a show called The Originals, and I don't, even if there wasn't, I wouldn't expect her to kill these 5 key characters in one go. So I don't think the plan is going to go through, but we shall see. So yes, with that said, very excited to get into it and see where the story goes. So without further ado, let's go. That old UI. Interesting that she's calling Stefan. A couple episodes ago, she wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere near him. That is interesting as well. He's writing in his diary, I just realized.
I really have to talk to you. Please call me back.
I didn't think he'd been writing in his diary the whole time, so is he sort of getting back to himself a little bit? That would be nice to see. But yeah, interesting that she's gone back to Stefan.
What?
Oh.
Hey, I called you 10 times last night. We need to talk.
Sorry, I've been busy.
With Rebecca.
If you're mad at me, Damon, you need to get over it.
Elena.
Oh, I'm over it.
Elena, yeah. Elena, when you say to him that his emotions are getting in the way, which technically, if you're going to look at the pure fucking logic of it all, what Elena did was good now that we know the future, but in the time, I understand why Damon was annoyed and not wanting her to go and see Esther, but she can't go and say to him that his emotions are getting in the way, say, I apologize, I didn't mean it, and then say, Damon, you need to get over it the next day. Like, he's entitled to his emotions, Elena.
So let's not make a big deal out of this.
Yep.
That's exactly.
Besides, I expect you'll come calling soon enough.
Is Elena going to be there? Yep. Yep. Thought so. I mean, he's allowed to do it. It's not like you're together, but...
Did you stop taking me for vain?
You think Rebecca had to compel me?
What's wrong with you? She tried to kill me less than 48 hours ago.
Yeah, I didn't actually think about that part.
I hurt your feelings, and this is how you lash out at me?
Well, maybe. For once, something I did had nothing to do with you.
Well, that's wrong because, Damon, we know it had everything to do with Elena because you were upset with what Elena said and you went to Rebecca, who, like Elena said, tried to kill her 48 hours ago, who you know that if Elena knows that you got with Rebecca, she would be upset. That's why you did it. Don't lie. But he's entitled to his feelings, Elena. However, I will say lashing out in any way, shape or form is never good. So Damon does still need to work on that part, but he was entitled to do whatever he wants at that point.
Why do you look like someone just shot a panda bear?
Because to kill Klaus, she has to kill all of them, including Elijah, and he doesn't deserve this.
I'm supposed to care about Elijah.
Shouldn't you at least care about Rebecca?
He doesn't. Oh.
Don't do anything to screw this up, Elena.
Why are you doing this?
He's right, you know. Klaus has to die, they all do.
For once, I do agree with them, but I, like, from an in-universe perspective, I agree with them. From an outside perspective, I, one, know that they're not going to kill all 5 good characters, but then also I don't want them to, because they're good characters.
Well, well, well. There's our girl.
Interesting. Elijah is definitely suspicious.
Our sister is a strumpet, but at least she's having fun. I need entertainment.
What are you waiting for? Go on, have at it.
It's no fun to go alone. Join me, Nick. It's the least you could do after sticking a dagger in my heart.
Here we go.
I didn't have nearly enough to drink last night. What with you trying to murder Rebecca's date?
Yes, please go. This house has enough men rolling around in it.
Just like you, Becca.
Oh, damn. That's fucked up, mate.
Have you not noticed her strange behavior? She was doing a privacy spell.
Yep.
You know she fancies such things. When you ask Finn, he's been doting on her.
I don't trust Finn. He hates what we are. He always has.
Yeah. That's what I thought. That's the vibe that I got from Finn. It feels like someone who truly hates what he is. That's why he's helping his mother kill them all. It's like the equivalent of Caroline's father becoming a vampire. That's the vibe I get from Finn. It's like he has this belief that people are meant to die, and he's helping his mother do just that.
She returned for one reason, to make her family whole.
Or to kill them.
She loves us. What trouble are you looking to find?
Oh, Rebecca.
It's not working. I can hear every word you're saying about Damon the vampire gigolo.
Interesting. So Bunny's trying to do a
It's a tricky
privacy
spell.
spell
When
as
Esther
well.
did it, she kept the sage burning. There was a lot more smoke. All right. Try it again.
I mean, Esther is an extremely powerful witch.
She's channeling our entire ancestral bloodline for power. I think she thought she was being polite. Okay, well,
Interesting.
is there a way to stop her from channeling you? Even if there was, why would I want that? I just keep thinking. Before the sun and the moon ritual, Elijah found a way to keep me alive.
Yeah. This is what I've always said. Like, Elijah does genuinely seem like a really nice guy. The only issue with Elijah was that he put his family above all else, which, is that an issue? I feel like everyone does. And the only reason he betrayed Elena and everyone was to save his family and get his family back. So I respect that. And I can't say that I blame Elijah for that. Yes, the killing of Trevor is definitely a bad spot for Elijah, I will say, but we've come a long way since then.
Okay. First of all, this privacy spell is totally not working. Second, Elena, you are not doing this. Esther is doing this.
There's no time to change your mind, Elena. He'll be dead by the end of the night.
Oh, Bonnie, you shouldn't have revealed that part.
Esther needs to harness the energy of a celestial event. She asked me and Abby to join her.
Ah, so that's why she wanted Bobby and Abby? I was about to say Annie.
Whatever. Did you a favor. Now you can come in and sweep her off her feet.
Nah, she's better off without me. Sure as hell better off without you.
It seems like that little comment that, was it Klaus or Elijah? One of them made a comment that you two are the worst things to have ever happened to Elena. And it seems like that is really driven home for Stefan, because he seems to keep replaying that in his head from what we've seen. The idea that neither of them are good for her. They should stay away from her.
Sure as hell better off without you.
Fine. Neither one of us gets her. Just make sure she doesn't screw up Esther's plan.
Interesting. Is he not drinking blood anymore? Human blood, I mean.
Elena,
Elijah.
I don't mean to intrude. I was hoping you might accompany me. I want to show you something.
Interesting. What are you showing her?
Forgot how much I miss this land.
I can't even imagine what it must have been like 1,000 years ago.
You know your school was built over an Indian village?
Hold up.
Where I saw my first werewolf.
Was this said before? I didn't realize that the area that Mystic Falls is in, or at least the accompanying area, is where Elijah and his family came to the New World. I'm an actual idiot, guys. Sorry. Of course we know that they came here because of the cave that told their whole fucking family story. I think the issue is I didn't relate that cave to the above ground scenes that we had of them in the past becoming vampires. Like, my brain didn't connect the two places. Of course it's the same place. I'm so dumb.
It's not in your nature to be deceitful, and yet when I asked you about your meeting with my mother the other night, you lied to my face.
I told you that all your mother wanted was a new start.
I can hear your heartbeat.
Tell me the truth.
Damn.
I never wanted this to happen.
What, Elena?
Oh no. If you tell him, it's fucked.
When she asked to see me, I thought that maybe she could help. That she would find a way to kill Klaus.
Elena, don't tell him the whole
Just Klaus
truth.
she wants to kill.
Elena!
I wish there was something I could do to help.
You know, one thing I've learned in my time on this earth, be careful what you wish for.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you taking Elena? Does she need Elena for the ritual? Is that why? And Elijah's gonna, like, hide Elena in the cavern?
Are you with the sexy psycho doctor?
Oh,
Goodbye,
shit.
Damon.
Is he? Because we haven't seen much of her. We still don't know what's going on with this whole murdering council members thing. Did Damon do that as a test to see if Stefan would drink from it? That's so smart.
Well, what about my head? Why can't I remember anything about the attack?
Your CT scans were clear. Maybe you were compelled to forget.
Yeah.
Wait. You think the killers have...
It could be. It could be a revenge killing. That's why they're staking all of the council members.
Oh, come on now. Let's not go blaming the new family in town just because you lot have got yourselves a killer at large.
Oh, God. Does she know that they're... Yeah, of course she must. She says she makes it a point to know the vampires in town.
Right.
Uh-oh, why's he got eyes for her? Oh no, I'm scared. Leave her alone. Cole is genuinely scary.
Wonder what your Grams thinks about the part we're playing in all this balance of nature stuff.
She's probably on the other side, screaming about getting involved with vampire business.
It probably is, yeah.
I draw from the entirety of the Bennett bloodline, living and dead. The connection affords me great power, although it is somewhat difficult to maintain.
Oh no.
Which is why I require you, mother and daughter.
I get what she's saying. She's saying that she needs to have a, like, real physical connection. They are a literal bloodline that she can connect with while doing the spell. Okay, that makes sense then. Oh my god.
Going somewhere?
Why is she
What are
here?
you doing here? Not much. Unless you try to run.
Oh, has Elijah, like, fully recruited her?
Hello, Stefan.
Here's Elena.
Actually, she's with Rebecca.
Is Damon okay?
Yes, unfortunately, even when killed, my mother doesn't seem to want to stay dead.
True.
Not with the spirits of nature at her side.
So what are we supposed to do? Witches that released my mother. She's drawing her power from their bloodline. That line needs to be broken.
You can't kill Abby.
You want us to kill them? You know, I do it myself, but I've absolutely no idea where they are.
Well, I mean, we know they're not going to kill Bonnie, so he's just literally just going to kill Abby, which is disgusting.
If you do not stop her before then, Rebecca will kill Elena.
Fuck, bro.
So we
So
all have
Abby's
our
dead.
timeline.
She's dead. There's nothing we can do. Like, yeah, she abandoned Bonnie and all that, but I've been so happy that Bonnie finally got some kind of family on her side that's a witch.
But for some reason, everybody seems to want to bend over backwards to save your life, which is incredibly annoying, but makes you the perfect hostage.
I do love Rebecca, but I wish she'd been more open to listening to Elena's side of things. Resist, my boy.
We need to call Bonnie. There's got to be a way for her to stop Esther from channeling all that power.
Worst case scenario is simple mechanics. Can't draw power from a dead battery.
Damon, you can't kill Bonnie and her mum.
Kill him.
If it comes to that.
Right, this is the thing. They say that Esther's drawing from a bloodline, and that Bonnie and her mother, because they are literally a bloodline, that's her link. Does that mean that they only need to kill Abby? Because then that bloodline, the line's cut if Abby's dead. Whereas if Bonnie is alive as well, it doesn't really count as a bloodline. Does that make sense? Is what I'm saying make sense? Because they're saying kill them. They keep using the plural, which I don't think you need to kill Bonnie though. But I'd rather they don't kill Abby as well.
What if I told you I had a less diabolical plan?
You want to dagger Elijah?
Well, they're all linked.
Ah.
Down, they all go down, and witches live.
True.
Dagger's lethal to any vampire who uses it.
Well, I just so happen to know someone crazy enough to give it a shot.
Who?
Yeah, no, they're still here.
Oh, of course.
Divide and conquer.
Can they not hear
First,
this?
I need a little blonde distraction.
Caroline. I love you.
Oh, it's you.
Join us for a drink.
I'd rather die of thirst, but thanks.
God, I love her.
I'll take that as a challenge.
Should they not be a little more suspicious that she walked in and then immediately walked out?
You and your expensive jewelry and your romantic drawings can leave me alone.
Take a chance, Caroline. Talk to me.
I don't know how I feel about all of this.
Come on, get to know me.
I'm still really iffy because, like, I'm not a huge fan of Klaus, to be honest with you. And then I want Caroline to be happy and I want Caroline to be with someone who's good for her, which I don't necessarily think he is because he daggered his old family for crossing him. Like, that's really fucked up. So can you really justify that? Can you really justify that behavior and then have him be with Caroline? Because I don't know if you can. I don't know if I like that.
So what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about you, your hopes, your dreams.
Just to be clear, I'm too smart to be seduced by you.
I love you.
I like you.
That was a sweet scene, but obviously we know that Caroline is there to just be a distraction.
As the witch who cast the spell that made them vampires,
She can undo it,
I can also reverse it.
which will kill them.
When they become human again, they can be killed.
Interesting. So my thought process was that because a vampire, to become a vampire, you have to die. My thought process was if she reverses the spell, would they essentially already be dead? But she says they'll become human and she can then kill them, which is interesting. We obviously know that these 5 characters are not going to die, whether that's because of the effect of Damon daggering one of them. Well, not Damon, Alaric daggering one of them. Or Abby Bennett gets killed and the bloodline's broken and all that shit. We don't know how this is going to go, but I know that not all of them are going to die, but that's a very interesting concept that she can just undo it.
I like pretty little things with sharp tongues.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure she told you to get lost. We
pretty sure I don't care.
Nice. Well done, Alaric.
Take a hint.
Yeah, so it does affect them all. That's so interesting. Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
I love that I said her line. Yeah, what's going to happen to Klaus? Is it like the vampire side of him becomes inert?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Stop it.
Call.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, that's the problem. If Klaus finds him and undaggers him, they're fucked. No! He undaggered him! No! No! Elena, careful!
I should have killed you months ago.
Do it. So I'm gonna stop Esther from killing you.
Ah, there we
What
go.
did you say about my mother?
She hates you as much as I do.
Leave him.
Elijah.
You tell me where the witches are, I'll have my sister kill Elena right now.
You told me you had until after 9.
I'm sure Rebecca would be more than happy to start her work early.
Yep. Unfortunately, I don't know if the call is going to be enough. I think she's just going to kill her anyway.
I could chase you down on my worst day.
Ooh. Like, I love Rebecca, but please leave Elena alone. Oh my god.
You little bitch.
Yes, she made it in the cave. I didn't even think about that. Well done. Well done.
Sorry.
Elena, you are the smartest person I've ever met. Wow.
And if we sit this out, Esther completes her spell, Klaus dies, you get your revenge, is what you wanted the whole time. The only collateral damage is
Elena.
The only collateral damage.
You know what you'd choose.
She'd let herself be killed to save her friend.
Yep.
Thing is, though, it's so annoying because currently Stefan and Damon don't know that Elena is safe. Like, Rebecca physically can't get to her, so if they manage to pull off this spell, they will all die, and it's worth it, but you can't tell Stefan and Damon that right now, which is really sad.
If we do this, it'll wreck her.
Oh, she'll hate us.
Yep.
Only one of us has to do the actual deed.
So, who's he gonna be, brother?
Oh.
Flip a coin, fucking hell.
Awful lot of effort for someone who pretends not to care about her anymore.
Honestly, if Abby
Fuck
does
hell,
die,
brother.
I'm going to be so upset because Bonnie has been through enough. So we don't know. Interesting. I like the way they did that.
Elena! Let's pick it up where we left off.
Thought I'd shake things up a bit.
Rebecca, that is so smart.
Are you insane?
I prefer spontaneous. It's probably why Damon likes me so much.
Well, at least we can move past that now then. Fucking hell. The idea that it would have all been okay because Elena wasn't in any danger.
Or are you gonna stay in there and burn?
Oh my god.
She's not doing this because she hates you, Rebecca.
Yeah.
She told me that she just doesn't have another choice. Spare me your pity, Elena. We're not girlfriends.
You want me to prove it? Just say the word.
It keeps coming back to that. Rebecca keeps going back and forth on the whole, we're not girlfriends, we're not friends. And I think it is genuinely because she feels betrayed by Elena pretending that they were friends and then obviously staking her in the back. So I think that's where all of this comes from. She's got hurt feelings, and because she's a vampire, because she's a murderer, it's like manifesting in, I'll kill you. Do you know what I mean?
You're not gonna do it. And why is that?
Yeah, why?
Because there's still a chance that you might be alive tomorrow. And if that's the case, and you kill me now, you'll have used up all of your revenge.
I didn't even think of it like that. That's so true.
Isn't that what you want?
That's
Revenge?
so true.
Because I pretended to like you, and then I stuck a dagger in your back.
Yeah.
That's why you slept with Damon, isn't it?
Yeah, it goes both ways with her and Damon. They were both doing it to hurt Elena.
The tough act doesn't suit you. I never said I was tough. We both know that I'm right.
Elena this season, I fucking love her.
My sons, come forward.
Stay beside me.
It's okay. We can't enter.
Ah.
Your brother knows virtue you cannot even imagine.
Whatever you think of us, killing your own children would be an atrocity.
My only regret is that I did not let you die 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it's like all of this balance of nature and all that talk. A mother killing her children is like a crime against nature, but do they count it as her killing her children? Because they are undead, They are vampires. They're not meant to exist. So is her returning them to humans and then killing them a crime? Or is it the balance of nature? It's a very interesting concept. But yeah, why not invite Bonnie and her mother into the circle as well? Why tell them to go away? Because now they're vulnerable and can be killed.
For 1,000 years, I've been forced to watch you.
Even you, Elijah, with your claim to nobility, you're no better. All of you, you're a curse on this earth.
Damn.
If you've come to plead for your life, sorry, you've wasted your time.
Thing is, I assume Abby's about to die and the bloodline will be broken. What are they going to do with their mother once all of this is over? Because they're going to be fucking pissed off at her. But she's a very powerful witch. But like they said, if her connection to Abby is lost, will she still be a witch? Will she still be able to perform magic? Will she still be on this earth? Like, is she only here because of the magic? Or have they, like, summoned her from the grave and she is now permanently alive? Even if the magic is cut off, will she still be alive? Or will it just send her back to the other realm? Oh, no.
Abby!
Oh, I think she's gone, Bonnie.
Stefan, what's going on?
They took Elena. They're gonna kill her unless we stop Esther.
She's channeling us.
Exactly.
Even if you kill us, Esther's channeling every witch in our ancestry, living and dead.
Esther's drawing from the witches, and the only way to cut her off is if one of you is no longer a witch.
So only her to say.
No.
Oh my God. I did not see that coming. Why did I not see that coming? Do you know why? Because in my head, the whole idea of not being able to be a witch and a vampire at the same time, I get not confused. I get it caught up in my head that they can still become vampires. They will just be cut off from their witch side. I always think that it's like, oh no, it's impossible. Bonnie can't become a vampire. Her mother can't become a vampire because they're witches. No, they can. They just will no longer be a witch. Bro, that's so interesting. So her mum's going to be a vampire now. Oh, I'm excited. Oh, Finn, you and your mum are dead. Did they run away? Yeah, okay, interesting. They would have had to, or else they would have all killed him. But fuck.
Damon turned your witch friend's mother into a vampire.
Yep.
What? Quite clever, actually.
It was.
By the way, you were right. I do prefer taking my time watching you suffer. Much more satisfying.
I want to see her wake up, though. Don't just, like, brush that off. I really want to see it.
She's always been there for me, Caroline. Please, let me just be there for her, too.
I know that you want to help, but put yourself in her shoes. Everything that happened tonight was to save you. And that's okay because she loves you so much. But somehow she's always the one who gets hurt.
It's so unfortunate that Caroline and Bonnie, I'm annoyed that the show had Caroline tell this to Elena. I know that there's not really anyone else who can, but it's annoying that Caroline's saying that somehow Bonnie always gets hurt because Caroline does as well. It's both of them. They both just keep getting the shit end of the stick every fucking time. Every time something goes wrong, it's either Caroline or Bonnie. Every time someone has to die, it's either affecting Caroline or Bonnie. And it's so sad to see, and it's so frustrating, but I do get it. They are Elena's best friends. If you're thinking from a story perspective, they're the ones who are going to get hurt because then it's going to hurt Elena and advance the story further. But it's just so sad.
Just tell her that I love her, okay?
She knows.
Of course I will.
I love the way that Caroline put it as well. It's okay that it was to save you. She understands because she loves you so much. But it's going to be hard for her to see you right now.
I lost that coin toss, Damon.
I thought so. I thought that's where this was going.
Why'd you do it?
Because I'm not blind. I see what's been going on around here. You're hanging by threads, Stefan, barely over your last Ripper binge, and all you want is to be the old Stefan again.
That part of me is gone for good.
Not all of it.
It's been 146 years with someone, you kind of start to pick up on their tells. How long has it been since your last drink?
Since Anaya threatened to drive Elena off the Wickery Bridge.
If anything's going to be a turning point, it would have been that.
You know, you're not fooling anyone either. You still love her, Damon.
I do. I thought I could win her from you fair and square. She didn't want me.
That's not true.
It's for the best. I'm better at being the bad guy anyway.
Do not fall into that trap again, Damon, please. Who left her a card? Bonnie, Stefan, Damon? I doubt it would be Damon. Maybe Stefan.
Elena,
Elijah.
Today I did things I abhor to protect the one thing I value most.
Family.
My family. Your compassion is a gift, Elena. Carry it with you, as I will carry my regret. Always and forever.
I do really like Elijah. Once again, the only reason he crossed them was for his family.
How bloody hell is everyone?
It's over, Rebecca.
What do you mean?
When I talk of virtue, when it suits my needs, I kill, maim, and torment.
Oh my boy, the fact that Elijah is even taking this in and feeling this shows that he is different, shows that he has compassion, shows that he does have values, because he did all of this to save his family. That's it, and family makes you do things you regret.
You did it to protect us, Elijah, and rightly so. We deserve to live. We are better than they are.
You're not.
Mother made us vampires. She didn't make us monsters. We did that to ourselves.
Wow. Wow, what a sentence. I love that. She didn't make us monsters, we did it to ourselves. Holy shit.
I hated you when I learned you killed our mother.
No, I wish you'd stayed
I
dead.
realize now that after 1,000 years together as a family, you're the only one who never left me.
Wow.
Look at the images on the wall behind Elena. That's the native calendar. A white oak tree 300 years after we fled back to the old world. That tree could kill us. It's not over, Nick.
Fuck. That's sick though. Why are the lights out? Why are the lights out? I'm scared. Oh no. Is she dead? Has the murderer come and killed Thingy? I know that it's nighttime and of course the lights will be up. I'm just iffy nowadays when I see dark. Patient record. Whoa, what are we gonna find? Come on. She has got something going on, hasn't she? This looks more like a police record than a hospital record though. Uh-oh.
You weren't supposed to see that.
Fuck. Fuck. Uh-oh. Is it because she knows about the ring? Is that why she did that? I assume Alaric's not dead, but shit. It wasn't a red herring then. She is the killer. I was really hoping he'd found someone nice. Oh, that's so upsetting. So yes, that was episode 15 of the Vampire Diaries season 3. Holy shit, was it a good one. Once again, season 3, not a single bad episode. It has been fucking incredible so far. Now, we had a lot of development for a lot of people this episode. Now, where we stand at the end of the episode, Bonnie's mother is about to become a vampire, which is going to be so interesting. Like I said before, it always doesn't go into my head that witches can become vampires. They just will no longer be a witch. I always forget that. I just think that it's like a physical impossibility, which it's not. So that's so interesting. And I'm really excited to explore that now, because we know that Bonnie has had issues with vampires in the past. Her bloody grandmother's always talking about not being involved with witches. So how would she feel knowing that her daughter is one? It's just, I'm excited to get into that. Now, the original family themselves, Finn and Esther are on the run. I assume we either won't see them for a while or we'll see them towards the end of the season. Now, Cole left as well. He said that Cole had fled the area. We know that Elijah's going to be leaving, which just leaves Rebecca and Klaus, which I really like that duo. I think, if I'm looking at my favorites in the original family, I think Elijah is my favorite just for his morals, and just the fact that he has those morals makes him such an interesting character to have. But then I do like Klaus, but I'd say it goes Elijah, Rebecca, Klaus, because I don't know, the scenes that Rebecca's in, she's so cool as a character, and I love seeing her interact with Elena. And even though I don't like her emotional outbursts, even though they cause a lot of drama, they are very interesting to see. She's one of those characters that, while I don't necessarily agree with all the things she does, I love watching her. I just love seeing her interact with the environment. Now, let's talk about the Salvatore brothers and Elena. Let's start with Stefan. Stefan is such a complex character, and I love him because I just love exploring how his mind works and how different things affect him. And it's so nice to know that that night on the Wickery Bridge did affect him. Doing that to Elena truly shocked his brain and truly drilled in the pain that he caused her and the trauma that he caused her, to the point where he has stopped drinking human blood, which is well done, Stefan. And while I do agree with him that the old Stefan is gone for good, I don't think we're ever going to get the true old Stefan that we have. I think that he can still be a better person than he has been. He can't just think, oh, well, that Stefan's gone, might as well be a ripper. Do you know what I mean? He should still strive to be a good person, accept what has happened, and just try and move on from all of this. Now, Damon, obviously Damon is still doing the whole pretending like he doesn't love Elena, and he did admit to it after that he does love Elena to Stefan, but he still is very hurt by what she said and what she did. And I loved that they used the similarities between what Rebecca and Damon were doing. The reason that Rebecca and Damon slept with each other, they were both doing it to hurt Elena. Rebecca was doing it because she knows that Elena has feelings for Damon, and Damon was doing it because he knows an animosity between Elena and Rebecca right now. So I just love that they drew that line towards each other. That's just so funny to see. But yeah, like I was saying earlier on, it's very interesting, the similarities between Rebecca and Damon, because they both don't handle their emotions well. But I will say Rebecca handles them a lot worse than Damon does, because Damon's are very much like, he's very hurt and he lashes out. Like, it's not so much a calculated lash out, but he has time and it bottles up and then he explodes. Rebecca's fuse is fucking minuscule. You can literally say to Rebecca one tiny thing and she will rip your head off. She is so aggressive all of the time, and the second that you cross her, it's similar to how Klaus is very one and done. The second you cross him, you're done. It's a similar vibe to that. The second that you upset Rebecca, you are done in her head. She hates you, which is very volatile, and it's not a good thing to have in life, but it makes for a very interesting character. Now, in terms of Damon and Elena's relationship, I'm very excited to see them interact again. I'm very excited to see them talk about what happened to Abby, because obviously Elena's not going to be happy with this, but it was to save Elena. But then again, the fact that it was to save Elena will probably make Elena even more annoyed at Damon, because that's just the kind of person Elena is. She doesn't want other people to be hurt just to save her. She would rather die. So it's really sad to see on that side of things, but I'm still very excited to see them interact and just see how that conversation will go. Where they stand right now, they're obviously not really on speaking terms. They don't want to see each other, which is understandable, but they really need to just sort all of this out. Now, speaking of not wanting to see them, Bonnie and Elena's relationship, I love the way that Caroline worded it at the door when she said that she loves you very much. Like, it's fine that you were saved. Bonnie is happy that you were alive, Elena. It's just, this is a hard time. She loves you and she's happy you're here, but that doesn't negate the feelings that she's having right now about her mother turning into a vampire. And I don't know, something about that wording, it really got to me. It really made me appreciate it, because it wasn't so much that Bonnie now hates you. It was like, no, she loves you, but that doesn't change how hard this is going to be. I love that. I love that so much. So yes, very interesting way to end off. We have, what, how many more episodes are there this season? There are 7 episodes left. We are at the third waypoint of the show. That's actually an interesting point. What happened midway through before? Interesting. It's not, I was thinking, have they split this season into 3 and that it will be sort of like one storyline ends at episode 7-8, another storyline begins, and then this episode ends here at episode 15, and then we have the third part, but it's not so much that. We've just come to a stop point right now. I would assume the way that the rest of the season is going to go, we now know that there is a new white oak tree that could potentially be found, and I don't know what they were saying. I don't know if they were saying that there's a new white oak tree somewhere and they need to find it, or that there was one and perhaps some of the wood still remains. I don't know. I assume they're saying that one exists, but if one exists, surely it exists in the exact same spot that the other one did. Because if it's a bit of sapling, it would have fallen to the ground and grown from there, you know? So I'm a bit confused on that part, but I'm very intrigued to see where this goes, because we obviously have 7 episodes left. I would assume we're going to get another double at the end, between 21 and 22 being very linked. So we have a 5-episode midpoint. I don't think we're going to be seeing Esther and Finn back in town until the end. Cole has vanished. Whether we see Cole again this season is a big question, because I feel like the way that the family is split up, we're not really going to see Cole and Elijah specifically until probably next season. Because I feel like this is a proper end point for them. It's a proper, I need to go away and have some time, and then we'll see them later on, you know? Now, we know that Meredith, it's Meredith, isn't it? Meredith Fell. That sounds right. But yeah, Meredith. We know that, I would assume this is the revelation that she's the killer. I would be shocked if we find out that she's investigating, she knows who the killer is, but she is on our side. I would be shocked if that's the case. I would just assume that right now we're meant to assume that she is the killer, which is very interesting. I'm excited to explore that a bit more. Perhaps she truly does side with the vampires and she's doing this for revenge for a vampire, maybe a loved one that was a vampire that the council killed. Well, actually, yeah, Thingy fell, wasn't he? What was his name? Logan. Logan fell. Maybe it's related to him. Maybe he was her brother, her cousin, I don't know, but maybe she's doing it for him because she doesn't so much see the negative side of vampires. Like, there obviously is a negative side. They are murderers, but not all of them are. So maybe that's where this is coming from. But yeah, very excited to continue the rest of the show and see where the story goes. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon. Be able to find the early and uncut reactions to the Vampire Diaries and all the other shows that I do. I've also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials, so be sure to follow them if you are interested. And yes, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.